Alibi, folks. Alibi, folks. I changed my mind. I'm about to show y'all, even though in the video when you watch it, what the other faces are gonna look like. So yeah, you could definitely take this helmet off, and you could definitely take the plates off, and then replace them with the next wave of goodies. Um, and just trade them out. It would be a huge disservice not to show you guys that it can be done, but I'm sure you guys we're gonna see that in another video. You know what I'm saying? But I got to be more responsible for the people who want my take on these things. You know what I mean? And I'm doing I was about to do a half a job. You know what I mean? And that's not cool. Half buns job. Yeah. Let me. I'm not gonna front. This thing is kicking my buns. There you go. Here you go. And I like this one. This is the one that I'm looking forward to the most. I hope I don't break this trying to get this sucker out. There you go. That's probably going to be my thumbnail face just because I like the way it looks. People will be jarred like, hey, that doesn't look like Manny faces at all. What the heck? But yeah, there you go. And of course, you could definitely put these face plates in here. You know what I mean? If you wanted to. Mm-hmm. But yeah. Now it looks actually kind of, I like this head. It looks kind of cool. If they ever do a vintage version, I'm definitely giving him the old face, and this one, you know, since I like the way this face kind of looks. I'm just going to keep it with him for a little bit. I might change it back later on, but for Meow, I like this. It's a good look. IMO, right? In my opinion. Right? Yeah, just to distinguish himself with the other Manny faces. But there is no other Manny faces, just say so y'all know. But if they ever make the vintage one, that's the face I'm going to keep this one with because it just looks good, I think. He already looks so very weird enough that it kind of makes sense to give him this, you know, look, in my opinion. So, all right, folks, on to the video. Greetings, folks, and welcome back to the channel. I am your host, Coco Smooth, the casual collector. And in this segment of Masters of the Universe, Masterverse, I am showcasing the new Eternia Man-E faces. Yeah. So yeah, one of these things that I got on a deal. This is what it looks like in the package, right? Yeah, I decided I was going to try to get some of these new Eternia ones to see, just in case they're different. The difference is better when the vintage collection comes out. You know, versions of some of these come out, which I will end up probably liking more. I don't know. We'll see. So I think I like some of these enough to get them. And yeah, many faces, human, robot, monster. When Castle Grayskull shattered, New Eternia. Ooh, the mind of an adventurer shattered with it. Now known as Many Faces, his curse forces him into the faces of many beings, from human to monster to robot, each with its own memory and agenda. Little does he know the combined memories of his Many Faces are the map for restoring Eternia to glory. Okay, interesting way of putting things. Yeah. Yeah, late to the game, trying to catch up, and you'll notice that it comes with extra faces. I'm not sure what the top left, the top one to the left is, but I guess he's got like a faker version, Skeletor version, and yeah, Keldor face. That's weird, but cool. It can be changed, right? Um, so yeah, let's have it. When I was a kid, I definitely had a Manny Faces and a Zodak. Those are one of the few of the OGs, first couple waves that I got. Let's see here. Here we go. Yeah. And here I go again. So let's start first, I guess, by, oh, okay, cool. Instructions. Oh, the gun is supposed to be the one that spins it. That's weird. I guess you can't use your own hands. Interesting. Okay. Yeah, let's uncuff him real quick. Yeah. Trying to get you guys to experience the opening experience. And it's kind of on the explosive tip. Here you go. Fine. Okay. All right. I'm trying to be careful. Okay. It's got weird pink powder, whatever the heck's going on with this. Ugh. It almost reminds me a little bit of all the skeet that was on Pigman Shield. But yeah, just kind of, what the, all right, well, man, this thing looks glorious. I'm not even going to lie. I like the way this thing looks. Jeez, I know he's supposed to be shared parts with Trapjaw for the most part, right? But dude, at least for the legs. But man, this thing looks great. So I'm confused. He has extra hands, but I'm not sure what the extra hands. Oh, fist. They're not. They're fist ones. They're not closed fist, not open. Okay. And of course, his suitcase. Oh, where the heck did it go? It just exploded. There you go. I'm sorry about that, folks. Straight exploded on him. Yikes. Okay, close, and then you can carry his suitcase. Oh, he got it as a backpack too. That's cool. All right, that works. Go to school. Yeah. Uh-oh. That's what I get. Now I can't open it. Uh-oh. There you go. I like this face right here. Interesting face. Well, this is where I guess if I could try to fit his hands, I would, but can't. Yeah, it's kind of weird because like his arms and legs do not have the same color. I think they messed up with the paint or something because they're clearly not matching at all. You got the lower end and the upper end not matching at all. Kind of confusing. I don't know if this was a mistake or intentional, but whatever it is, yeah, that is a problem. Not hateful, but still, it's what? Why? How you gonna have a completely different color gray scheme instead of blue to match this? That's what? I don't get it. Anywho, Mattel, what y'all thinking? Anyways, there you go. Let's follow the instructions and use the. Okay, cool. Yeah. I guess you could take this off and change the faces, but I'm not going to change the face plates on these for now. I'm just going to keep it like as is. This Manny faces looks really gosh dang cool. And it comes, but his gun very much like it was in the OG, except his gun is huge. I don't know if they ever do the vintage collection. I don't even know that if they do, they should, because like the chest and the abs. I don't know what they're gonna do to make it different. You know what I mean? Like the one thing's for sure, they definitely need to change the gosh dang paint on these. The paint does not match at all. That's a crime, in my opinion. Like how you gonna have this nice glossy legs and these matte what, and not even the right color to match. Just like what? Hmm. There you go. But yeah, he's looking good at least though. Like the sculpt. Yeah. Looking sharp. Let me yeah, his at least his joints aren't loose like gosh dang Beast Man. But yeah, there's like paint issues on this thing. Look at it, it looks dirty. Yeah, it's like it bled, like I don't know what's going on here. Like tell y'all supposed to be the gold standard among the regulars. I guess y'all decided to take shortcuts to bummer. Um, no ab crunch, no real ab crunch, but it's all right. You know, this is a this is I would say this is kind of like an upgrade from the classics because there's no it's pinless joints, and I love that these knee things kind of shield things hide the knee, you know, so really cool. Uh, I like the pink or magenta kind of color scheme thing going on there. This is actually kind of cool. So this is what he looks like with vintage Zodak. So I'm kind of curious as how if they're even gonna make a vintage version of Manny Faces when you got this kind of matching enough, I would say. But I'm not opposed to a vintage collection, especially if it gets them to look a little more closer to the orange that he was in the thing. But I have no problem with this orange. This orange is cool. It's just now my problem is I need this to match that, and it doesn't, folks. And if you, I don't know if you guys notice it on camera, but this is gray and this is blue, and I'm like, what? Nah, you know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, these guys were my guys. I got Zodak and Manny Faces for Christmas together, so for me, I'm always gonna have these guys kind of together just because of that nostalgia, you know, factor in things. But they really don't have any business hanging out in real life because this guy's a cosmic enforcer, like a Green Lantern, and this guy's an actor hanging out with human. You know what I mean? But yeah, no, it's actually kind of. I think it's a good look overall. So now I kind of wish that I got Stratos, so that could, and Man at Arms to start getting the superheroes, the masters, of the heroic masters to be together. All right, folks. Well, that is all I got. Oh, before I do all that, final thoughts. Yeah, you heard me at nauseum complain about whine and cry about the color scheme on that. That's my only real beef, I would say. But overall, this is a pretty fun fig. I like the way the guns look. Um, Yeah, I know you guys probably want me to change the faces and stuff on this thing, but I I don't I'm not that guy who's gonna want to put those faces there, except for maybe that one really cool inverted version of this guy's face. When I get the vintage edition, that's probably what I'll end up doing, switching that out with this. So yeah, but yeah, final thoughts. I definitely enjoy this figure for the most part. I'd say if they do make a vintage edition, to wait, it'd be cool to see what it looks like. But I also wanted it because I definitely wanted the different body, because not, you know what I mean, if I ever wanted to do photos of He-Man one being the only one to have the really Conan like chest, everybody else gets the new Eternia kind of chest and torso, you know what I mean, then it's cool because it differentiates He-Man to be more powerful looking, versus these guys. Because, like, dude, seriously, everybody gonna have big chest. I'm okay with that though, but but if we were trying to play more distinguished He-Man being more buff than the rest, then it's nice to have sexier svelte version of stuff. And I'm okay with a sexy svelte uh Manny faces, but I'm kind of curious to see what they'll look like if they do decide to do vintage collection version. So all right, folks, well, that is all I got for this segment of Masters of the Universe, Masterverse, New Eternia, Man E Faces. I am your host, Coco Smooth, the Casual Collector, and until the next video, folks, ciao.